Good afternoon. Some of you may know me, but for those of you who don't, I'm Dr. Rod Taylor, and I'm your instructor for this semester's section of English 302, British Literature, British Literature 2. It is an online course. It's not a face-to-face class. It's not a remote class. It is completely online. So we won't be meeting at any particular time, sync or whatever they call it, synchronous or asynchronous. I'm not sure what means what. But so this is a completely web-based class, which means you work at your own pace week to week. I will give you the content for the course and you work on it for that week. There will be readings, video clips, and discussion posts on D2L. That'll be our primary mode. I will lecture on occasion, but mostly I'm going to give you guys the content and the information, and then I will just grade your work and chime in on the D2L discussion forums. So if you've had me before, I do give D2L posts just about every week. But I'd like to get into the nitty-gritty of the course, the basics of the course, just so everyone's up to speed and we know what to do. So if you haven't already, I would encourage you to log into our D2L course shell. It's kind of bare right now, but as the course goes on, it'll be populated with more and more information and readings and assignments as need be. So let me share my screen here and just show you our D2L course shell. So you can see it here. It looks like it has a sparkler picture, very nice. And I posted this announcement yesterday, and it was simply me welcoming you to the course and asking you to explore the course shell. Not a lot there now, but as I just said, it will be populated throughout the course of the term. Next, I'm going to go to the content section of D2L. That's very important for you. And the first thing I would encourage everyone to look at is the overview section of the course, because that is where I have our syllabus. And I will briefly go over that. So again, this class is British Literature 2. If this is not the class that you thought it was, then you might want to check with somebody. But this is British Literature 2. And again, it is delivered on a web-based delivery. So no real-time instruction. You won't show up to a classroom. There is my email if you feel so compelled to contact me. Then here is my information for office hours. Since we are in the midst of a pandemic, I would not invite you to my comfortable and small office on campus, but I would strongly encourage that you meet with me on Zoom. During these times, I will just be sitting in front of my computer. But you could also broker a meeting with me at some other time. It's not like I have anywhere else to be right now, so I can meet with you pretty much anytime you like within reason. And then here is the syllabus. This course is a survey of English literature from the Romantic poets to present day. That comes from CalU's course catalog. And then there are 6 course objectives. You should be able to do these things at the end of the semester. I assume literacy, so we will not go over them individually, but by doing what we do this semester, you will meet these goals and objectives. So next is the required materials of the course. It is the Norton Anthology of English Literature, and you can find it in the CalU bookstore, but you could probably also get it online on Amazon or eBay or Barnes & Noble. It's a maybe the Norton website. And there are 3 volumes. So there is volumes, let me show you. There are 3 volumes. So there is volume D, which is for the Romantic period. You can see that there. They're pretty meaty books. Then you have the Victorian age, right there. And then we have the contemporary 20th and 21st centuries. So you can get those. We will need them for the class, but everything that is assigned in the class, if things are a financial liability, I would speculate the majority of the readings in this class can be found online. So if you do not get the anthologies or you have an earlier edition, you should be okay because it will probably have the assigned readings in it. So that's not a major problem. But if you do have it, great. And then next we can see the assignments for the course, attendance and participation. So this is an online course. So I can't like penalize you guys for using your cell phones or coming in late, but I can see how often or how little you log into D2L, and I can see if you're doing the work or not. So that's how I will assess attendance and participation. And I give those grades twice in the semester, midterm and finals. If you had me before, you know the drill. The D2L reflection and response, there will be 10 D2L posts throughout the course of the semester. That tallies to be 100 points. Reading and responding, so that's 75 points, and you will read, it says 2 articles, but you will read 3 articles, academic articles, and you will summarize the article, examine the evidence and examples the author uses, and your stance on the author's approach. I want you guys to engage with academic writing and scholarship. This is a 300 level class, so I would like you guys to see the critical conversation surrounding the literature from the 3 time periods. So you would do 1 R&R on the Romantics, 1 on the Victorian age, and then 1 on the contemporary British literature. And then next are the exams. There will be 3 essay exams, but they will also contain passage identification and short answers. But that is completely, up to my discretion. But that being said, there will not be any of my famous reading checks, just 3 exams. And then for the final project, you will do your design your own canon. So we're not going to be writing a large, lengthy term paper, even though you probably should. But it's pandemic, I want to take it easy on you guys. And you'll do the design your own canon, where you will design essentially your own anthology for our class. And then you can pick whoever you want. You can go outside of the anthology. You can include other authors, however you want to do it. And then you will write a 3 to 5 page essay that provides a rationale for why you made the canon the way you did. And as always, I will give you assignment sheets that offer my guidelines and expectations. Next are the grades. Everything is always out of 500 points in my class. You get the points, that's the grades you earn. And the course policy is simple, just late work. I'm not going to have this tardiness policy. I can't have a cell phone policy. It's just late work. And then next is the university policies. Academic integrity, don't cheat, don't plagiarize. I'll know. If you need a reasonable accommodation, do not hesitate to ask the Office with Students with Disabilities, and they can get you the accommodations you need. And then the Title IX policy, and then a slew of numbers to reach campus contacts for any of your needs. Then here is the course schedule. So the way it will work is we will just do this work for 1 week, and then I will lock the previous module and unlock the next. So for this week, we're doing the course overview right now. We're doing the welcome video right now, how the course will work right now. But as you will see, that each week you have to watch, read, or do something. And that's all you do for the week. Excuse me. So for example, this week you need to watch the Romantics documentary, and I have the link here on D2L. And then you need to read the Romantic period, 1785 to 1832 in Norton Volume D. I would advise that you do that because this stuff will appear in your exams. So it's just easier to do it the week of rather than cram right before the exam. And then so week 1 will go from the 25th to the 30th. And then on the 31st, which is Sunday, the following week will be unlocked. I will post the next video, what you need to do. or an announcement on D2L if there's no need for a video, and then we'll go from there. So that should cover it. So just take a look and read that information or do that information for the week, whatever it is. And I will be more explicit with deadlines and due dates, but this is the loose shell. Just follow this and do these readings and you will be in good shape. And I will take you to the table of contents for week 1. And I just copy and pasted from the syllabus on the course schedule what we're working on at that given moment. So we've done the course overview. You're watching the welcome video and how the course will work. But what you need to do now is watch the BBC documentary, The Romantics. It's on YouTube. It's free. And it will give you a feel for the Romantic period. And then I also need you guys to read the period introduction from the Norton Anthology. I've scanned it for you guys because I'm not quite sure if everyone has the book yet. So I took the liberty of scanning that for your guys' reading pleasure. Next, I will go to the discussions. As 10 times throughout the course of the semester, there will be D12 posts. No D12 post this week, but there will be a D12 post next week that will correspond from the activities of weeks 1 and 2. And I will chime in on those. I really don't, in face-to-face classes, participate in the discussions nearly as much. But since this is an online class, that'll be my way of interacting with you guys more. So do be more deliberate in the composition of your D2L posts. But again, no week 1 D2L post. There will be one in week 2 that will cover weeks 1 and 2. And then the D2L shell will continue to populate as the semester goes on. There will be a grade book, the forum, and just about everything you need. So that concludes my introductory video for the course. I hope you found it informative. If you have any questions or comments or concerns about our class, do not hesitate to email me. My email is taylor_r@calu.edu. I do email back quite frequently, quite quickly. And since this is an online course, I will be even more attentive to my email, especially for my online students, because that is one of the only ways we can communicate. But if you guys want to schedule a Zoom meeting at any time just to talk about the course, or if you want to have more times of discussion with the literature we read, you're more than welcome to schedule meetings with me. I'd be more than happy to discuss any of the literature we're going over this semester. I think that it will be an informative semester, and I believe that through the exposure to a lot of literature that I've picked, you will have a deeper understanding of those 3 distinct movements in British literature. So think about it as like a buffet sort of course where I'm just giving you a sample of authors from each time period. We're not going to go all in because it's not a special topics course. It is a survey course. So we're just kind of skimming through the centuries of British literature. But I think it will be useful for your studies. If you're an English major or a creative writing major or education major, these texts will be very useful, very, very popular canonical texts. But I will stop rambling. Again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me. Have a great week and have a great semester.